All right, go. Go, Morris. Go, Morris. Look up, look up. Wow.
Special Olympics, it's a year-round sports programming that we offer here at Bowling Green Parks and Rec. Each season we do different events. So in the spring and summer we do track and field, and then we do softball. We also offer throughout the year basketball, cheerleading, flag football, and a few other things. It's open to anyone age 8 and up that has an intellectual disability. It's our #1 focus is the athletes. And Special Olympics, the one thing all of the athletes do before any competition is they repeat their oath, which is let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. And to me, that speaks volumes because we're here, yes, to compete, but you're also here to have fun. And a lot of our athletes, I know, speaking from experience, they're like a family. So I think the community aspect of it, and then the friendships and socialization, that's the best part. It's nice to see community's reaction to stuff like that. You get mixed reactions because you've got, the people that come out and they're ready to support you and they've, done stuff that's similar to this, but then you also have a population that's never been exposed to this population, so they're a little more nervous. They don't know what to expect, but usually they walk away with smiles on their face and they're like, man, I can't even believe that, they did that. I know with bowling, there's no way I could bowl the scores that those guys bowl. I'm terrible. And the same thing with softball. I mean, it's just a different way of doing things. You're not technically disabled, you're more differently abled, is what I prefer to say.
It was interesting being on this side of it because I volunteered with it for the past 4 years while I was in school at Western. So kind of being on the side with Holly of planning it and with the state office and with Warren County Parks was a little different. It was pretty cool. The biggest thing was really for us was getting volunteers. Try to convince people, this is why we think it would be beneficial for you to be out here. For the athletes, when they look up in the crowd and they see people cheering and they see people supporting them, even people they don't know, that really gets them going. And that's what it's all about. Those smiles, that pure joy that they show on the playing field is heightened when they see people in the stands supporting them. I was watching a team from Louisville, and a kid that I used to work at with a camp in Louisville, you're cheering, say, come on, David, let's get a hit, and he'll stop and he'll talk to you, and he's at the plate, and it's like, David, I didn't mean for you to look up and try to have a conversation with me. Sorry, man, but they're just so, they just love it.
We're wanting to do some more unified sports. Unified is where you take an athlete and you pair them with a person that doesn't have a disability. So they work as a partner. Right now we're doing unified bowling. Like with bowling, say I was an athlete's partner. They would take my score and the athlete's score, combine them together for an average, and we would compete against people that have the same abilities that we do. And then we're looking at doing some unified stuff with Western, which would be really neat. We did a unified softball game back in the fall. It was the first one we've ever done. I think it's the first one anyone's ever done here. So that was really nice.
So one of the things that we're trying to enter into a little more is the world of adapted sports. We're trying to kind of enter into that world a little bit and offer some more sports for people with physical disabilities. Special Olympics is for athletes that have intellectual disabilities, and there are athletes that do have physical disabilities that compete. But the world of adapted sports is so different. Just the competitiveness and all that. It's different with the Paralympics existing. The first sport that we've been able to start offering is goalball. So goalball is a sport that is for blind athletes. So basically it's a 3-on-3 game. Got a ball that has it's almost like a jingle bell inside, that when you roll it, it makes a noise. So because the athletes are blind or visually impaired, that noise in the ball is what helps them to find the ball, essentially. So you roll the ball and then the other team tries to block it. All the people that play with us will wear what's called a blackout mask. That basically puts everybody on a level playing field. So everybody has no vision while they play, which is cool because we've had the group after school program next door from Moxley come over and play with us. So not many people there, if any, have a visual impairment, but because we wear those blackout masks, it kind of places them in that world for a little bit. our goal is, obviously to reach out in the community and identify some people who do have a visual impairment or who may be blind that want to play the sport, but then also people who do not have any visual impairment that can really just come in and kind of place themselves in that world for a little bit. When we have people without disabilities joining together with people with disabilities, we're looking past what society typically looks at when they think of disability. So there's these people can't kind of attitude, or their disability hinders them from so much. They don't usually see the can. And we want to hopefully provide programming that encourages that interaction of people without disabilities coming alongside people with disabilities and just living life with them. As soon as we provide opportunities for people's awareness to start raising, that's when we start to strive, for more inclusion in our daily lives. Because people with disabilities, again, people look at their disability as a can't, but we want to show people that these people do have abilities beyond that, and show our whole community that there's abilities in all individuals, and that everybody deserves a chance for success and to pursue hobbies, to pursue activities and recreation and leisure, no matter what disability they may have.